Hi, Ashwin.
Hi.
Good to see you again. I have to ask you something about the coronavirus. You know, since the pandemic hit in March of 2020, it seems like the world has done nothing but try and defend itself, albeit unsuccessfully, because the virus seems to have the upper hand all the time. What with the Delta and the Delta Plus, and it's wreaked havoc in my country, I know, Malaysia, resulting in lockdowns and shutdowns of whole enterprises and even large corporations. And then there's been this latest breaking news that have hit the headlines about this South African variant, and suddenly even my health minister is shutting down travel between the two countries. Now, it seems that this variant, called the B11529, now named Omicron, it was identified in South Africa, and it says this variant carries a high number of mutations, about 30, they say, in its spike protein, which plays a key role in the virus's entry into the cells of the body. And as of Thursday, there were almost 100 cases detected in South Africa. Now there are 2 cases in the UK, Belgium, Germany, Czech Republic. I mean, it's gone to Europe, basically. And the PCR tests results shows that 90% of all the 1,000 over cases were caused by this new variant. You know, it seems like we are hit by bad news about this virus, which is not becoming endemic. It's still at pandemic stages. What is it doing to the stock market?
First of all, Tessie, what you have witnessed on Friday is a replay of what happened in March 2020. But let me tell you something else. Despite all this pessimism, we are actually in a much better position than March 2020. In March 2020, the market dropped 30%, 35%. The Fed came in to print money, $120 billion a month, okay? We had no vaccine. So before all of you watching this video start panicking, please understand. Firstly, the chairwoman of the South African Medical Association has said that this virus doesn't appear to be so lethal because the symptoms are mild. Okay, already the effects are mild and there are no symptoms. Secondly, we have got 5 companies already working on a vaccine as a booster and otherwise to fight this new variant. We are very fortunate to have such companies and such scientists. It is no joke to just jump, and even Pfizer said we can prepare a vaccine for this virus in just 100 days.
Yeah, so, the news is grim nonetheless.
But let me tell you something else. You may call me a sadist or a masochist or whatever, but actually we enjoy situations like this. You see, if you don't have volatility, you can never buy quality names at attractive prices. Think of it, analogy in this way, Jesse. You have been coveting the Louis Vuitton handbag of $50,000 US for the past 1 year. You're thinking, shall I buy the handbag? Suddenly, for some bloody reason, that handbag from $50,000 has now dropped to 5,000 US. Are you going to panic? No, it's good news. Your handbag, which you saw in the window at $50,000 US, now only costs 5,000 US. You will rush in and say, here's my credit card, charge it. This is the same excitement we face on Friday, Tessie. Despite this virus, when the market is panicking and the Dow Jones is down 1,000 points after hours, we were rejoicing. I don't want to sound cruel. We were rejoicing because it was like a Louis Vuitton sale for us. Friday's drop was a Louis Vuitton sale for us because we had a wish list ready.
So it sounds like when there's bad news, you buy. When there's bad news, there's cause to celebrate. From the investor's standpoint.
No, okay, you can't have a fixed formula. It all depends, and we already did the research. Number one, we were waiting for a correction. Number two, virus kind of news is not financial news. It's health news, which is even better for us. If it's a financial problem, then we're in problem. This is not financial. This is health. It's different. So you have to assess what kind of drop is it? Even if it's a crash, what is it caused by? Okay, is it a crash? Is it a correction? Okay, last Friday was, I would not even say a mini crash, because the Dow Jones dropped 1,000 points. The Dow Jones is of industrial companies. The NASDAQ did not crash. The S&P did not crash. And our clients were buying the new economy and they were actually making money. The least or the most our clients were suffering on Friday as a paper loss is only $500. That's all they were suffering. And to illustrate my point, Microsoft on Friday, despite all this bad news, only dropped $3. I want Microsoft to drop $10, $15, $20. We want to buy.
So you're saying that you have an algo strategy that keeps you on the straight and narrow, the safe space, while all this chaos is happening.
Correct.
And you don't need to care, or you don't need to worry excessively about market ups and downs.
Yes, because we make the most money when market drops like this, number one. Number two, like I said, we thrive on this kind of volatility because your 50,000 Louis Vuitton handbag came to 5,000. We love it. It's Christmas. And why we have no fear? Let me tell you, I'm not showing off. Why we have no fear? Because number one, we have an algo that looks at things from the top. Number two, when markets are going up, we already planned. So if markets were to drop 5%, what would we buy? We've already planned it. So when the market was going up, we already planned it. What would we buy? Okay, and we have our wish list. So on Friday, we started planning our wish list closer. And next week, if the market drops some more or even doesn't drop, we will start planning and buying our wish list next week. And why we have no fear, like I said, because we know what to buy. We know that in the virus environment, which companies will make money. That is the most important thing, Desi. The most important thing is not panic. Don't panic. We know what to buy in this scenario. We know what to buy.
It seems that Japanese scientists and researchers have said that this virus would mutate itself out and kill itself, because the more mutations and the more more variants it produces, the weaker it gets, and ultimately it becomes a part of the normal influenza. But this chairwoman of the South African Medical Association said the Omicron variant results in a mild disease without prominent symptoms. I wonder if she's right.
Okay, let me add to that.
Or does it even matter to you?
It doesn't matter to us. Whether she's right, whether she's wrong, whether the market goes down next week or not, we are not bothered. In fact, if the market goes down next week, we can buy our LV handbag even cheaper. Think about it this way. Because, number one, we have already done our research from the top. And we know, listen to this clearly, we know which companies will thrive even if another 5 variants come out.
Because I know several friends of mine, investors, who are maintaining the apprehensive, the wait and see, the safe approach, the risk averse approach. Because we've been bit by the first time of margin calls in March last year. So we want to not let that happen again, you see.
Yes, I understand where you're coming from, Tessie, but I must say one thing. When you say bit by margin calls, well, because of wrong decisions. I'm sorry, because of wrong decisions. Now,
and even good names were assessed down so badly by banks, that it was quite a big cut.
I won't put anybody down, but that's where you go. Big names were assessed down by banks. Now, what did I just say? Last Friday is a big virus. Everybody's panicking. Dow Jones is down 1,000 points after hours. Guess what? I asked you a question, and I asked the bank the question. So why is Microsoft only down $3? Why is NVIDIA only down $10? Why? Because we know what to buy. I will not give any more names in this video because I don't want to give you free tips. But
you just did.
Okay, so we give two free tips. NVIDIA was down $10. Microsoft was down $3. So I ask you, everyone watching this video, why didn't they crash? because we know which companies will do well, even though another 10 variants appear. And we want, I'm sorry, I'm not being sadistic here or cruel here. Even if another 10 variants appear, you will have more chance to make money with us. I will say
seems that
if you listen to us,
be,
you will make money as a result of the variants.
It seems that you're able to be on the straight and narrow, that chugging along,
because our algorithm is data mining 24 hours a day. It's data mining 24 hours a day to assess the situation. What is this? This is a health crisis. What is this? This is a correction. It's not a crash. You can say 1,000 points that doubt is the crash. To us, it's a correction, not a crash.
Yeah, and it's good to. Yeah. No, I say it's good to invest with someone as confident and as sure-footed as you, because we don't want to stress. I can tell you the things we want to avoid, and if you can only help us circumvent or avoid, we would be so grateful.
We want to take the stress away from you, from everyone watching this video. And the word we use in our business is conviction. We speak with conviction because we have proof. We base, always remember, Tessie, we trade on proof, not on sentiment. Your bank, I'm sorry to say this, your stockbroker, they trade on sentiment. I think the market will drop next week. We don't work like that. We trade on conviction and on proof of conviction. We talk based on proof. Look at Microsoft. It did not even go below $200 a share last year when the main index was down 30%.
But you're talking to two types of investors. One type is the one that would get excited over the money that they can possibly make.
Yes.
The other type of investor simply wants to protect the money that they think they might lose.
Yes.
So you have to watch the continuum.
So I get you there. So when you come and see us, if you are the investor that is worried about the money they may lose, that's why we ask you one question. How much paper risk can you afford? Can you see the whole jigsaw puzzle coming in? So if you say I can afford 20% paper risk, fine, stick with us. Secondly, how long can you wait? If you say you can wait 1 year, 20% paper risk 1 year, why are you scared about the virus? Let more virus come, because we know how to play the game for 12 months and 20% paper risk. Can you see my jigsaw puzzle coming now?
So it's a time continuum as well. We have to manage the time and the risk.
If you say I can only afford 3 months, then we got a problem. If you can afford only 3 months, we've got a problem. Because a new variant can come in 3 months later and you want to take out your money, then there's a problem.
So the currency is time.
Yeah. So this market is all about risk and time. If you can get these two things straight, I say again, a drop like this is a money-making opportunity. And I'm not boasting, it's a fact. I've already given you 2 examples, NVIDIA and Microsoft. If everybody's crashing, that is why I said in my last video, buy quality names, and the market will still go to 5,000 S&P next year. But listen to this again. I've said this before. The market will not travel in one straight line, and not all companies will go up. Look at this crash. Look at this crash, so-called crash on Friday. The good companies never dropped, right? But the rubbish companies or the mediocre companies, you see, the problem with investors is this. They want to buy a company based on low PE ratio. Now, let me tell you the bad news. If you buy a small company or medium-sized company with low PE ratio, that company is going to crash on news like this. Can you see the difference? Let me tell you the other way around. Think about this way, Tessie. You buy LV, you get quality. You buy a lousier brand like Bonia, for example, you don't get quality. I mean, it'll be volatile. If you buy a medium-sized or small company, that company is going to crash on a news like this. But if you buy Microsoft or NVIDIA, they won't crash. Can you see, in this case, PE ratio, low PE ratio actually harms you more? Can you see? Because if you look at Microsoft or NVIDIA's PE ratio, they're outrageous. But look at the paradox. They've got outrageous PE ratios, but they don't drop. So please, I've said this before, in the new economy, forget PE ratio, please. Secondly, in volatility like this, stick to quality names. Stick to quality names. I won't say new economy only. Stick to quality names, because these quality names, no matter what happens,
tried and tested.
Unless the world ends. That's a different story altogether. And like
Like
I said, before you panic, so before we panic or before our investors panic, we hold their hand and say, don't panic. We have done the research. Don't worry. We are here to take away your problems. We are here to make life easy for you and enjoy life. Go and have a drink.
How do we contact you? How do we contact you?
We have a package, okay, for retail investors where we don't charge you any performance fee. All you pay us is $5,000 a year. That's all we charge from you. And how much money you make in the market is all yours to keep. No commissions, no nothing. Okay? And I can be contacted at ashwin@ppchk.net. On WhatsApp, bit.ly at Algo Trader. That's on WhatsApp. On Telegram, bit.ly/Algo Factory. Let me repeat. WhatsApp is bit.ly/Algo Trader. And Telegram is bit.ly/Algo Factory. And of course, you can go to YouTube and subscribe to our videos. That's bit.ly/Algo Wealth. But I like to say this before I go. You see, markets have to come down in order for you to make money. You can't expect the market to go up all the way. So volatility is your friend. Don't panic. As long as you know what to do when volatility strikes, there's no danger.
That's the key.
So that's what I'm saying. If you want to know how to make money when volatility strikes, please talk to us. Please contact us. We will make it happen for you. Please.
Thank you, Ashwin. We'll speak again soon.
Thank you.